Oh my god, my brakes is so fucking bad. Hey y'all, don't get a Subaru. On Subarus, the brakes and the damn, what's the name of them bitches? I can't even think of it right now. But anyways, the brakes on these things is bad. Yeah, but y'all, I just uploaded a video, right? And I can't wait till I do get back on my little TikTok so I can be posting stuff and shit like that. But I'm gonna post a little bit on YouTube too. So I've been being gang stalked. I don't know. I think this shit is a thing, chosen at birth type of shit. I'ma just keep it real. Like I know people don't really be wanting to sit and listen to long videos and all this and all that. But y'all, I feel like this targeting is something that's a target from birth. Like, as I just sit back and look over my life, I might say some shit that's gonna sound crazy to like the average person or people that think nothing like this. And then I know it's a community and I know it's people out here that probably gonna understand exactly where I'm coming from, okay? And I didn't even used to think like this. I never had these type of thoughts, y'all, until just, I don't know, it's like I'm almost 40. I'm having epiphanies. I'm having more awakenings in different ways I've never felt. I don't know, it's just a lot, but it's all good. It's all positive. Like, it ain't nothing bad. But yo, check me out, y'all. Check me out. You feel me? So I was born during the 80s, so I came from the epidemic. You feel me? I'm gonna choose my words carefully so I can get this video across. But anybody know what happened in the 80s? It was literally an epidemic that happened to us. It's the same epidemic that's happening today with like opioids. However, me being in the healthcare field today that I'm no longer a part of, I'm actually out of now, which is, it's still my love, my heart, and my compassion, but this world just showed me something different. So anyways, not to get off into a tangent, me working in the healthcare field myself, I see that they've handled the situation with other people differently than the way my experience was. So for us, it was devastating. Like, we was, you know what I'm saying, separated from families and lost our homes, and things that probably would have been passed down from generations to generations was no longer trusted to our parents because of their abuse and things that, you know, addictions and things like that and that nature. So then the generational wealth from the silent generation that could have been passed on to the boomers, it was decimated, it was diminished, it was depleted, and our households was broken apart. And a lot of us came from broken households and broken families, and a lot of like abuse and a lot of things that we experienced being from America and being a person of color. You feel me? Even if you started off on a better playing field than some of our sisters and brothers, bro, it still doesn't even make a difference or justify why the government chooses to do what they're doing to individuals. And to think that we don't see the play is crazy, right? So being separated from your families, being born with alcohol syndrome or alcohol abuse and drug abuse, and being a child or an individual that has to overcome those things. And then let's throw in being separated from your family, from your siblings, or who you even think to be your siblings. You feel where I'm coming from? Being abused, molested, all these things, but still living in a white picket fence in a beautiful home. So it doesn't seem like any of these things that you didn't suffer through, it should no longer affect you, because now you've been adopted or saved, so to speak. So now you're separated from who you think even your blood relatives is. You don't even know anymore. How do I even know my mom was my mom? How the fuck do I know that my damn dad was my dad? Type shit. Like, now you're thinking like this. And then you get forced to be in a whole nother family, and people tell you that these is your blood relatives or you're related to them, and to the outside looking in, yeah, it appears that way. But shit, I didn't realize over time that you could be with your man for a long time and y'all will end up looking like each other. You can be around a person, you can be around your pet for an extended period of time, and you can start looking like that person, imitating these people, becoming the family that they say you born into. And people are telling you these things. However, the feeling that you are getting from inside, this knowing inside of you, this spirit, the Ruach, the Holy Spirit, the Most High, spiritual angels, your ancestors, your guardian angels, whatever anybody wants to call this inner knowing that people try to tell you you shouldn't listen to, or something is wrong with it, or it's demonic, or you're schizo, or whatever it is. I am not a healthcare professional. I am, but I'm not a doctor. I don't have a PhD. This is just for entertainment purposes only, and I'm just speaking, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so if you can read through what I'm trying to say, it just seems as if I was given to some people to raise me, and they never really loved me or gave a damn about me. However, they did take the time to utilize my testimony to try to diminish who I am, or who it is that I'm supposed to be or become, or whatever I'm stepping into. Y'all understand where I'm coming from? So it was very challenging, y'all, to even come to this realization. Even my siblings, I look back on who they told me my siblings were or are, and I tried to reach out to my youngest sibling. She never wanted to have any communication with me at all. And I'm just gonna be transparent, and I'm gonna say this because I feel like the truth shall set us free. Her father, well, if her biological father, or quote unquote her father is a person that literally like sexually assaulted me and took my virginity. So I don't know if that's the reason why she never wants to talk to me, but I think that's pretty damn sad. And then my brother, who all my life I felt a very intimate and very innate connection to, as if he and I had the same birth parents. Like, I could feel it, I could see it in my spirit. I still feel the same way, but I know that he's been raised with a whole nother mindset, heart, everything. So it's like we're not even siblings for real. And then after like 25, almost 30 years of me never even knowing my brother or having a relationship with him, we finally get a chance to connect. And like, he really started telling me some of my deepest, darkest hurts. Like, I always wonder, like, why when we got abused and I sicked the police on the people and to come question them, why nothing ever happened, and why all my life people looked at me as if I was a liar and shit like that. It's because my siblings didn't corroborate my story. My brother had to tell me that from his heart. He was like, they was in a position where he didn't want to get the shit beat out of him, and You know, my little sister really probably don't have no remembrance of it because she was so young and shit like that. So, you know, they just you know, they opted out of speaking about it. So I'm like, so damn, I've been fighting all my life. I've been fighting all my life for some type of justice, and I ain't never had no co-signer. I ain't never had nobody to back me to get the justice. You know, I ain't never had nobody to go to bat for me. You feel me? So that's just crazy. I had to sit back and just peep that shit. And it's crazy how sometimes things take years and years and years for you to get an answer and get a resolve of why. And that just brings me full circle with this whole gang stalking. So I feel like people are just literally placed in my life, or had been strategically placed in my life to keep me back from my goal. I'm finna say some shit out loud that I've only ever written down in my book, but I'm gonna say it. I dated this guy, and this dude literally almost let his friends, like, gang essay me. I don't even know how to call it, because I try to literally block out this moment from my life, that it ever happened, and thank God it didn't happen. He had one friend that was there, and I'll never forget this dude as long as I live. I'm literally getting emotional about this shit, y'all. He had one friend that was there that literally, like, saved me. You feel me, y'all? Saved me from these guys literally trying to take advantage of me, bro. I ain't never said this shit out loud before, y'all. I didn't only ever wrote this shit down in the book. And I love that boy. When I tell y'all I loved him all the way up until, I even loved him when he went away to prison. Even though we wasn't even, like, talking like that, except on and off throughout the years or whatever. And we didn't, like, I wasn't one of them, like, loved after lockup females, which I would have did it just to be on, like, the show or something. Like, something like that, y'all feel me? But I wasn't like, yeah, I wasn't finna sit around waiting for him, whatever, but I still loved him. Like, he had my heart. Everybody that I ever dated, I'm talking about even my baby dad, even my ex-husband. And that's why I'm like, I sabotaged all my other relationships because I thought that this was like my forever. Even he used to tell me we is each other forever. And y'all already know, when it was time for him to get out of prison, we was definitely not each other forever. He wasn't studying me. So that's a hard lesson to learn, that, like, I literally probably sabotaged some good relationships. That's why I'm like, these people had to be strategically, all these events is not by coincidence. Which even bring me up to, like, the video that happened, so that y'all seen me post. I can go on and on, y'all. I can go on and on. I'm going to share a video about me getting expelled from Stoneman Douglas High School in 10th grade for trying to protect this girl from a bully that was harassing her because she was like a thought or whatever, but she hadn't smashed him and he wanted some, and she didn't like him and she didn't want to get him none. So, like, I could just name stories, y'all, like story after story after story, and nobody else ain't get in trouble for this shit, even though it ain't had nothing to do with me. I was just trying to, like, help her, protect her, and I ended up getting expelled. Even though my expulsion got overturned, and after, like, you're supposed to get expelled for actually a year, and I only got expelled for like 6 months, the rest of that school year. And then when it was 11th grade, they let me go back to school because my grades was always good. My attendance had started being terrible, but I was always like a smart girl. Like, my teachers and shit always liked me. They either loved me or, like, hated me or whatever. And, like, me and my first love, like I was saying, like, what his friends tried to do to me was insane. Like, just insane, y'all, insane. The life I had to live, like, living when you live in an upper middle class neighborhood, but you don't fit into that mold of what you should look like. What, you ain't skinny like the other girls or whatever. you always had nice hair, nice teeth, you spoke well and stuff like that, but it's just like you're never good enough, you feel me? And it's like I was raised in that type of community. I was raised by somebody that literally, even though she gave me like backhanded ass compliments, she basically let me know I was not good enough. And like, you know, like it's just crazy to think that I was raised like that, bruh. And I had to overcome all of that shit. I had to overcome all of that shit. While other people be sitting there like, oh, she just whining. Oh, you just spoil and you just, whatever. You just want somebody to whatever. It's way past that. Now I just speak so that if any other young person or anybody else have ever experienced any of this kind of shit, you is not alone. This shit is by design. Like, I don't even want to start cursing because I want this to go somewhere, but this is by design, y'all. I even found out that my mom, I was born June 3rd, 1985, and my grandma on my mom's side, my mom's mom, passed away June 30th, 1985. I was 3 weeks old when my grandma passed away. My mama already was like spoiled, but doing like coke and shit. And I could just imagine. Now that I'm so strong, and y'all hear these tears, but this is not tears of pain. This is not tears of confusion. This is not tears of brokenness. This is just tears, y'all, of growth and just sitting here looking at shit away from what it was. Imagine you got a 3-week-old baby. I don't know what happened in my mama them life, bro. But just imagine. I know my mama was a little red thing, cute. Ain't no telling what the hell she experienced in life, but imagine you already a broken person. You was married to an abusive man the first time, beat your ass, shit like that. Now you divorced, you got a baby, you got a daughter, an 8-year-old and a newborn. No mama. I can't even imagine the mental state or emotional state or whatever my mom was in at that time. But it helps me to understand so much of how I led to being given to somebody else to raise. And it's so unfortunate because it's like I was set up to not stand a chance. I was set up to not stand a chance. You know, I feel like everybody that was placed in my life was placed in my life for me to like literally just I do, y'all. Why do everybody that come to me, they always want to take from me or use me or don't actually want to sit and listen to what I'm saying or listen to my heart? Why did my phone only ring when somebody needed a ride or somebody needed to borrow something or somebody needed somewhere to lay their head at or somebody just wanted to sleep with me? Or somebody want to use me for some particular, whatever their ulterior motive is. Why did my phone only ring for that? And then when I was hungry, my phone didn't ring. What, like, I didn't do anything to deserve this. I didn't. And if I did something in my past life, you know how many times I done repented for it? If repentance is real, you know how many times I've repented? Do you know how much I done suffered? And they say trouble don't last always. So if trouble doesn't last always, then why do Why do people of color have to suffer? Every lifetime, every person I've known from different decades, even if they was living good, they was still suffering. Why? I didn't do nothing to nobody. I mean, I've done stuff to people. I'm not innocent and I'm not a saint. But God, like, I ain't never taken nobody's life. I ain't never abused no baby or no child. I ain't never I ain't never robbed somebody. I've stolen, because I used to do that. But I ain't never robbed nobody. Like, broke, like, literally, like, just, like, robbed people. I ain't never laid nobody down. My mouth is tough, but they say sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. And freedom of speech is just that. So if I've only used words, why? And before I could even speak, why? Why am I being targeted? Why? Why, after me being homeless for almost one whole year, like literally homeless? I done been through situations before. I done been asked out, but I'm talking about this time. I was literally like homeless, living off the land with children, and nobody cared. Not nobody gave me $1, $10. I didn't even get. I've given homeless people money. I've fed homeless people myself. I'm giving homeless people money. Right now today, if I see a homeless person and they told me that they needed something to eat, I will go in my house and get them a hamburger and give it to them. And like, I just do it. When I meet somebody and I like them, because I don't like everybody, but if I do end up liking somebody, bro, I get them anything I got, even my last food stamps. If I had it, I would do it. I would go take my card and I would go buy people some food and give it to them. I ain't never got the same thing in return from nobody but my grandma, and even that came with conditions. It's crazy. Like, why is the government doing this to me? Somebody from Texas cloned my card from Florida and stole the rest of my money. So now I can't even go buy my baby cupcakes for his second grade graduation. Like, we didn't do nothing for y'all to do this shit to me. We didn't do nothing for y'all to be targeting us like this. My son lost his job. He couldn't even keep the job for 2 months, 6 weeks. He can't file unemployment. I'm being paid for my surgery, but I can't get disability. I'm not mobile. I'm not as mobile as I used to be at 40 years, almost 40 years old, because I had a surgery. But they keep denying me for disability. I can't get nothing. I just gotta suffer. And I'm supposed to wake up every day just happy. Happy. Whatever the government do to me, just be happy. Oh, well, you should try to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and figure out a way out of your situation. And we just supposed to just keep living like this. And every time you call a customer service number, they don't give a damn. They got a script they read from. They got information that's told to them, and that's all they got to give, and that's all they gonna give you, and that's all they gonna tell you. Meanwhile, you got more questions than they have answers. So I'm just living in a world where the people that's even in power and control over my life, they're not even as intellectual as I am, or they are, and they just don't care about the people that's suffering. The college students that's barely making it, that's gonna go to college and get degrees, and 9 times out of 10 your ass ain't gonna never get the career that you want in the degree in the field. Just that. And it doesn't matter, because this is the grand design. I'm just looking at, like, the designers of this whole thing, the architects, like, enough is enough, for God's sakes. Because I'm nobody according to this world, but I see the whole world for what it is. So it's nuts. You can't even, I used to get so angry and irate and just scream and scream justice, just scream how this person is wrong and that person ain't shit and this person ain't wrong and they ain't nothing. So why is their life good if they ain't nothing? Well, that's exactly what it is. And I look around, all these people around me, they oblivious. They have no idea to what I would even be saying if I was even talking to them. Because this is reality and this is normal to them. And I used to think it was reality and it was normal too. Until I had to sit back and realize that this is all wrong. This is wrong. And for people to think that a loving God would allow this, it's insanity. There's no way somebody can commit fraud against me. I call the card services and they tell me, according to federal law, that there is nothing they can do about it, but they can't provide me or quote me anything in the federal law that states something of that nature. I didn't have to get a college degree. I have college education, but I'm saying I didn't have to get a master's degree to figure stuff like this out. And I know I can't be the only one, but the sad part about it is, no matter how much I figure out about this twisted world we live in, it doesn't even matter, because I'm the crazy one in society. Because I don't want to play this game in society. I don't want to play Monopoly anymore. And that's exactly what this thing we call life is. It's not even I used to say, oh, I'm just a spiritual being having a human experience and all this other shit and all. It's just that's just regurgitated information too. No, this life, this thing that we call life, that we've fallen into somehow, because next time when I leave her, I'm not coming back. That's for damn sure. But this thing we fell into this time, this thing called life, earth, here where we are, this is Monopoly. I got it. I used to love Monopoly too. This is Monopoly. Y'all just don't see it. This is Monopoly. This thing we call life, I call it Monopoly. Some people call it the Matrix. It's a Matrix Monopoly Hunger Game. It's all of that. Fuck Get Out. I'm sorry, excuse me. Forget my language. Forget Get Out. This is Monopoly / the Hunger Games. I get it. I just don't want to play in it. That's all. I refuse. So you guys can strip whatever you want. You could take whatever you want. I done told y'all this 1,000 times. I done told y'all this on y'all jobs. I done told the unemployment office this. I done told the Social Security Administration. I done told the housing department. I ain't told DCF because I ain't never had to deal with them like that. Because, you know, I'm an on and off food stamp recipient. But as long as I got kids, y'all gonna give me some food stamps. Period. And when one that's daddy is gone on to heaven, you're definitely gonna give me food stamps. Until he's 18 years old. And then I don't even care no more. Because I still got enough fat stored up that I don't have to even eat. So it don't matter. It's really for my children. But, like I was saying, I'm not finna play y'all game anymore. So, no matter what you take from me, you can't take away my dignity. That's Whitney Houston for y'all ass, okay? No matter what y'all take from me, y'all try to take everything from me. Y'all try to throw every deadly sin at me. If you even believe in sins, I don't even believe in none of that shit no more. Y'all try to throw everything. Y'all try to do everything to destroy me, government. And still continuously, any little thing that y'all could do, y'all find a way to try to do it or frustrate me or aggravate me or make me whatever. But you know what? The joke is on y'all. The joke is on you guys. I keep saying this, I don't even post to get followers. I don't post to get views. I don't post to get likes. I don't post to get no quotes, because people love quotes these days. I don't post for any of that. I post just to bring awareness and to let the people who's in charge or lack thereof know that I see you guys, okay? I see you guys. Your Wizard of Oz illusion it's not grandiose for me. For some, perhaps. For some, perhaps. All praise to the Most High, too. All praise to the Most High, y'all. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Because if he's then made me so strong, I'm literally like antimanium, vibranium, all that.